The Miss Universe Philippines preliminary competition has happened. If you're coming here from the swimsuit video, welcome back. If you're watching this one first, welcome. This morning, well, for some of you, yesterday evening, I woke up at 4:45 my time to watch the Miss Universe Philippines prelims. It didn't start until an hour later than I thought it was going to, so I was up way too early. I was on a live for about 40 minutes with a bunch of you guys. We were chatting with the contestants, and then Lily woke up, she was crying, I had to go tend to her, so I did a second live where I gave my like rapid fire raw reaction to the prelims, and so that is up on my channel still. I will link it below and you can watch it. You should be able to see like all the comments and stuff from everyone, like see who everyone was surprised at or disappointed about or who they loved. There was a lot of great comments from you guys, so you can check that out. During the evening gown competition, whether it be in the prelims or the final night, I'm always looking for someone who simply captures our attention, who captivates us. And of course there's some gowns that are totally jaw-dropping, but it's all about how you carry the gown. I've always said that in my videos. If I'm ever coaching a girl, I say don't get caught up in your gown. It's all about how you carry it, because I have seen at national competitions, international competitions, women wearing $10, $20, $30,000 gowns, but they just don't have the confidence. They just don't carry themselves like with pride, with confidence, and it doesn't matter how much the gown was or how beautiful the gown is. It's all about how you carry it. So in saying that, let's get into my top 10 at the prelims for gowns. Sadly, the lighting did not do a lot of the gowns justice. That was a major comment from you guys in the live, is that you were really disappointed in the lighting and the angle. But in my 10th spot, someone who you guys felt like the lighting could have done better for her gown was Miss Cebu City. She was wearing a black velvet gown. I loved the gown on her. I loved her smile over the shoulder at the end. Like I said in the swim video, she has one of the best walks. Like she just has this confident walk that you cannot help but look at her and think like, who is that? She's amazing. Cebu City is on my list. Next up, Baguio. Baguio was gorgeous in red, very sparkly. She had also some beautiful pearls, which a lot of the contestants wore pearls in the evening gown competition. Of course, pearls are known to the Philippines, but I had never noticed so many contestants in past years wearing pearls. Anyway, Baguio, she really pulled off the gown. I thought she was amazing. A lot of you loved her. I could have put her higher on my list, to be honest. Like, as I always say, this list could be moved around. But next up, Cebu Province. I loved her in the neon pink. Some people didn't like this gown. I personally loved it. I thought she stood out. I always love her confidence. I love that she always looks like she's having fun. And I thought she was amazing. And right after her, like literally right after her in the show and then right after her in the list here, I have Davao del Norte. She was wearing neon green. I personally just love her. I really could see her in the top 5 on the final night. She's elegant, she's classy. I love that this neon green really had her stand out. Like, you couldn't help but notice her. Her walk was great. I felt like she really was like giving this major confidence to the judges. Like it looked like she was looking into their eyes and being like, I am here to win this thing. Next on my list, Iloilo Province in gold. She wowed so many of you. A lot of you mentioned her in the live, in the comments. Her turns were some of the best. She had some of the best poses. Her walk was super confident. She really impressed so many of us, which is amazing to see. I feel like a lot of us had our eye out for her, but we were like waiting for the moment where she was gonna deliver, or maybe not, and she totally delivered. So I loved Miss Iloilo Province. Next up, now this is getting into my top 5. My top 5 for gown. In my top 5 for gown, I have Bohol. To be honest, I feel like if I were to go redo this list, I would bump Bohol back a couple spots. Not because I don't love her, I think she's amazing, but I feel like she was being shy or missing some of her energy. I feel like so many of us were like waiting for more, wanting more. Maybe this is part of her strategy. A lot of you said that she was amazing, like totally outstanding in the interview, the prelim interview. What did you guys think of Miss Bohol? Did you feel like she was holding back? Did you love her performance in gown? Let me know in the comments. Next up, I have Misamis Oriental. I thought she was elegant and gorgeous. She was missing the mark a little bit for me in terms of like her gown and like totally nailing the performance. But because I'm such a fan of her, I have her pretty high on my list. I know some of you were like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Others were like, you know, where's the energy? Like, I'm waiting for more. I mentioned in my swim video, I feel like maybe she's giving us more of like a Miss World energy instead of a Miss Universe energy. I don't know how you guys feel about that or what you think about that thought, but anyway, she's high on my list. And next up I have Miss Taegeig. So this is my top 3 in gown now. In the 3rd spot is Miss Taegeig. She was wearing red, loved her gown performance. I love her, she does this like over the shoulder like hair whip situation. She did it in the swim as well. I thought she had a great gown performance. I really loved it. And in my number 2 spot, I have Miss Makati. For me, she nailed it in the gown. I was waiting for what she delivered in gown. I was waiting for that in swim. At the end, she gave us this like look back that I just thought it was gorgeous. And how I feel about Miss Makati is that you could just place her on the Miss Universe stage right now and she would fit in. Like she would just like totally fit in the top 5 at Miss Universe. Like I can see it. Maybe she's back in my number 1 spot. I don't know. I felt like her swim was missing something, but let me know what you guys thought of Miss Makati's performance in the comments. And in my number 1 spot for the evening gown is Miss Pasai. This must mean that Miss Pasai was my number 1 overall in the preliminary competition because she was also my number 1 in swim. Her gown was gorgeous. It was like effortless, you know, like she just came out and you're like, whoa, wow, like look at the gown, look at her face, look, like it was amazing. And I know a lot of you loved her because she was probably the most mentioned in the live comments. I think the judges are going to love her as well. I'm so interested to see what ends up happening on the final night. Those are my 10 favorite girls in gown. Some honorable mentions, Laguna, loved her performance, loved her turn at the end of the runway. I also loved her gown. Palawan, I really wanted to have Palawan in my list, but she like didn't quite make it because I wanted to keep it to 10. I had her on there and then I really wanted to keep it to 10. So Palawan was definitely up there. She was amazing in swim and a lot of you loved her in gown as well. Elle Bai, I love Elle Bai. I wanted to have her on my list, but I just thought she was too rushed in the evening gown. I felt like it wasn't quite polished. Like she started to pose but then kept moving and then started to pose and then kept moving. She didn't actually like finish a movement and hold it and like soak in that moment. I felt like it was too rushed. Las Piñas, she was giving me Miss Spain 2021 energy, like Miss Spain from Miss Universe last year. I loved her gown. It was like a lime yellow or something. I thought her performance was great. So those are my honorable mentions. If you want to see the swim video and you haven't seen it, I will link it below. Let me know what you think. I mean, now it's the final night, like, oh my gosh. So next up, I will have my final predictions for Miss Universe Philippines 2022. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit subscribe. And a lot of you were requesting to see my baby bump in the live, but it just like, I don't know, it was like, I didn't know what to do. If you want to see that, you want to see our everyday stuff, follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm always posting stuff all day, every day on those platforms, mostly on Instagram stories. But that's that. I will see you guys in the next video. I'll see you over on Instagram and on TikTok. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the lives and your patience when I had to leave the first live. I will definitely go live for the final show. Fingers crossed. I'll be live. It's on the weekend, so there's no excuse why I can't. I'll see you guys there.